Welcome everyone to my channel that is Fast and Easy Maths, which is dedicated to give you tips and tricks related to mathematics. So if you're new to my channel, then please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and also hit the bell button besides it so that you get notified whenever I push up a new video. So today we are going to talk about, or rather we are going to solve polynomials, or we can say roots based quant questions, meaning the questions which are asking to find the roots or which are related to the roots of any of the polynomials which are given. Okay, so let's talk about the first question. A is a real number, then the roots of the equation, that is x square minus 4x plus log of a to the base 2 is equal to 0, are real and distinct if and only if. So students, please understand, whenever you have real and distinct or real and equal or imaginary, then we are talking about the discriminant. Okay, the discriminant is nothing but b square minus 4ac. Okay, and this discriminant has different values for all these different types of polynomials. Means when they say that the roots are real and distinct, we will say that the discriminant will always be greater than 0. If they say they are imaginary, then it becomes less than 0, and if they say they are real and equal, it becomes equal to 0. So if you need a proper in-depth understanding of what is a discriminant, then I've already made a separate video of the same. The link of that has been pushed on top as well as in the description. Please go ahead and check that out in case you have any difficulty in understanding the concept of discriminant. Okay, but don't forget to watch this video. After that you can go and check these concepts. Okay, because in this video we're not just going to talk about discriminant, we are going to talk about different kinds of sums which are generally asked in all these entrance exams such as GMAT, CAT, SAT, ACT, etc. Okay, so now here, as we saw, that discriminant, which is nothing but b square minus 4ac, should be greater than 0. So now what is my b in this particular equation? We can say minus 4 is my b. So minus 4 the whole square minus 4 into a, the coefficient of x square, or rather a, the value of a is nothing but 1, and c, which is nothing but a constant, is nothing getting but minus log of a to the base 2. Okay, now this has to be greater than 0. Let's solve this further. Negative 4 square gets you 16, minus 4 into 1 into minus log of a to the base 2. So minus and minus gets you plus. So you get plus 4 log of a to the base 2. This has to be greater than 0. Now we'll shift this 16 on the other side. So we can say 4 log to the base a should be greater than minus 16. Correct? So if that is greater than minus 16, dividing both the sides by 4, you get log of a to the base 2 is equals to is greater than minus 4. And by the laws of logarithm, I can say a should be greater than 2 raised to minus 4. So a should be greater than 1 upon 16. Okay. Now, if you have any difficulty in understanding the basics of logarithm, then for that as well, I have a video on my channel. So the link of that has been pushed on top as well as in the description. So don't forget to check that out as well. Now, let's talk about the next question. The product of the distinct roots of mod of x square minus x minus 6 is equals to x plus 2 is. So now here, as we know that we need to find the product of the distinct roots. Okay, this is important. Why? Because distinct means you need to find those roots which are different from each other. Another thing which you need to really pay attention in the entire question is about the mods. Okay, so if I want to solve this particular quadratic equation, let's shift the mod on the other side because that looks much more convenient. So we can say x square minus x minus 6 is equals to plus minus x plus 2. Okay, so now let's split it. So we can say x square minus x minus 6 is equals to, let's say, plus x plus 2. And the next one we can say x square minus x minus 6 is equals to minus x minus 2. So when I shift this x and this 2 on this side, I get x square minus 2x minus 8 is equals to 0. Okay. And now here I can see that minus x can get cancelled, and this negative 6 can shift on the other side, becomes positive 6. So x square is equals to minus 2 plus 6 gets you plus 4. Now this is a quadratic equation, and obviously the factors would be x minus 4 and x plus 2 is equals to 0. Students, if you have any difficulty in finding these factors of quadratic equation, then I have a link of the video in which I am showing how to find these factors. Okay, trust me, after watching that video you will have no difficulty whatsoever in finding, or rather in factorizing, quadratic equations. Okay, so please go ahead and check that out as well. Okay, and the link will also be available in the description, so don't need to worry. Okay, you can check that out once you finish watching this video. Now here I can say therefore x is equals to 4 or x equals to minus 2, and here taking square root on both the side I get x is equals to plus minus 2. So here as we can see, we are just talking about the distinct roots. So from here we can say minus 2 is already been taken, so we'll just have plus 2. And when you take the product of all these, 4 into minus 2 gets you minus 8. Minus 8 into plus 2 gets you negative 16. So your answer is option B. Students, if you're liking the way I'm explaining, then please go ahead and hit the like button, because that gives me tremendous amount of encouragement in doing these kind of videos. Also, don't forget to share these videos with whomever you think this might be very, very helpful. Okay, so now let's talk about the next question. Now this question, trust me, when you read this question at the first go, looks a bit complicated, but when I'm showing you the trick, or when we'll solve it here, you will realize it's like one of the most easiest question anybody could have ever asked. Okay, so let's talk about this question. If a and minus a are the roots of the equation 2x cube minus 5x square minus 8x plus n is equals to 0, find the value of n. So now when you look at this particular equation, it is not a quadratic equation, it is a polynomial, because the degree of x is raised to 3, or rather the highest degree of x is raised to 3. So now please don't get into the whole drama of substituting, or rather, sorry, not substituting, but getting into synthetic division and finding the values and all of that. Don't get into all of that. The simple and the most easiest way of doing things was, we know that sum of roots is equals to minus b upon a. Okay, now what is my b over here? My b over here is minus 5, so we get minus of minus 5 upon a, which is 2. So this becomes 5 upon 2. Okay. Now sum of the roots. Now the thing is, we have two roots. Okay. But since the degree is 3, or the highest degree of the polynomial is 3, we'll have 3 roots minimum. So here let's talk about the third root and keep it b. Okay. So if we have 3 roots, so a plus minus a, because we're talking about the sum, plus b will get you this. So here I can say a minus a will get cancelled. So I'm just left with b. So now we can say that one of the root will have the value of 5 by 2. So now all you need to do was to substitute this value in place of x in the entire equation and find the value of n. So let's quickly do that. So 2 into 5 upon 2 the whole cube minus 5 into 5 upon 2 the whole square plus 8 into 5 upon 2 plus n is equals to 0. Sorry, this is negative 8. Okay. So now this becomes 2 into 125 upon 8 minus 5 into 25 upon 4 minus, this gets cancelled, so we are left with minus 20 plus n is equals to 0. Now this gets cancelled, so I'm left with 125 upon 4 minus 5 into 25 also gets you 125 upon 4, so this gets cancelled. So we are just left with minus 20 plus n is equals to 0. Therefore, I can say n is equals to 20. So that means option C is my answer. Students, if you like the way I'm explaining, then please do go ahead and hit the like button, because that tells the YouTube algorithm that these kind of videos are helpful for whomever person who is looking for math video. Okay, so YouTube will try and show these videos to people who are interested in math videos. Okay, so that's it for this video. I will see you in the next one. Thank you.